guys, so this video is going to go over some tips that you can use and apply to increase your conversion rate. So this video is going to be more geared towards people that are already making sales. So you already have a product or multiple products that are selling well, and you just want to raise the rate at which people are converting to buyers on that product. So doing these things could, it's not going to be an exact number, but it could raise your conversion rates from 2 to maybe 4 or 5%. Maybe more, maybe less, but they definitely can't hurt. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Now, this isn't every single possible method you can use to raise conversion rates, but this is a good amount of things that you can definitely test out, and the majority of them should help raise your conversion rates a bit. So the first one is to try out different payment processors. So for example, if you're only using PayPal, maybe try adding in Shopify payments, or maybe if you're already using both of those, maybe try adding in Amazon payments, and then just see if that gives a boost in conversion rate, because some people really like to check out with Amazon because it's kind of one click type of thing, so a lot of people like to do that. So try that out. Another thing you want to do is run through your checkout process on mobile and then refine it if necessary. So a lot of the time, people will check their sites and they'll run through checkout and everything on the computer on desktop, but then they won't do it on mobile, and your site usually looks a lot different and performs differently on mobile. So you want to make sure that your mobile checkout process is really clean and the add to cart and everything, the whole checkout process is just running smoothly. So definitely do that and then refine anything for mobile if necessary. And the third thing is to write a more compelling description. So don't just use your description as a place to list random bullet pointed features. You want it to actually contain a bit of sales copy, because this is just another opportunity that you can sell people on your product. So you want to have a more compelling description. Try and list, if you're going to list anything, list benefits to the buyer instead of features, because people care about what the product's going to do for them. So list benefits instead of features. And I'm not saying that you don't have to include any features whatsoever in your description, but just make sure that that's not the only thing there. It's just a bullet point list of just boring specifications, because that's just completely wasted one of the best places to increase sales on your product page. So the next thing is to add a video demonstration of your product or some sort of testimonial in the product description if possible. So some products, like some AliExpress products, already have videos about them on YouTube that you can just go ahead and embed right in the description. Or that's more of a rarer case, but it's actually not too rare. But if there isn't a video on your specific product, all you have to do is just order the product and then make a quick video demonstration on it yourself. Or you could even try and have a previous buyer give a testimonial of the product and then just embed that into your description, and that's going to help with conversions because it's going to add a lot more trust, and people are going to get to see a demonstration of the product in video form instead of just photos. So this is going to help push them over the edge to buy. So the next thing is to add more images or to improve image quality. So crappy images is a big reason why people won't check out, and this can really hurt your conversions. So you want to have the best looking image quality as possible. And if you only have one image, maybe consider adding a few more. And then just make sure that all these images are high quality, because that is also a reflection of your brand. So if you're selling AliExpress items and the pictures from the supplier aren't very good, then you just need to order a few and take your own. And this is something you should be doing anyway, because your own pictures are always going to be better than theirs. But yeah, so improve your image quality. And the next thing is to test out different price points and also test out free shipping. So when I say different price points, I don't automatically mean lower the price, because sometimes your conversions can actually go up by raising the price, because sometimes a higher price point can give the perception of higher value and higher quality, because there's different groups of buyers out there, and some people just want the cheapest product. No matter what, they just want the cheapest one. But then there's people that just want the best product. So for example, I just want the best product. I don't really care about I don't really look much at price. I just care about what product is going to do what I want it to do in the highest possible way, that's not going to break or mess up or malfunction or whatever. So there's a lot of people out there that just want the best product and just want to buy something once and have it work really well and be reliable. So sometimes if you price your products higher, this may also increase conversions because it increases the perceived value of the product. Now, this isn't always the case, and you can always test out lower prices as well, but I just don't want to convey the idea that you only have to lower the price. You can always test out a higher price as well and just see what happens. And testing out free shipping is always a good thing. So if you're selling maybe a $50 product with $10 shipping, maybe just raise the price to $60 and make the shipping free and see if that has any effect on conversions. And the next thing is to make your add to cart button brighter or just a more standout color. So, on Amazon, their add to cart buttons are always bright orange when the rest of their site is dark blue. So this really stands out, so nobody can miss it. So try and do something similar with your add to cart buttons. That way it's more visible to people. And the next thing is to improve site speed. So nothing can kill conversions like a slow website, and will just make people bounce off your site. So make sure you're using an app like Crush.pix or any of them that lower the image size, the file size of your images, so that way your pages load faster. And there's other ways you can improve site speed as well, but there's not really time to get into it in this video, but I'm sure there's plenty of content out there on how to improve site speed in general. But the biggest one is definitely to use an app to shrink the file size of your images, so definitely do that. And the next thing is to keep valuable content above the fold. So above the fold means the area of the screen that a visitor to your site can see without having to scroll down. So make sure they can see everything. Try and keep the most important stuff above that area, because some people won't even scroll down. They'll just look at that area and then just bounce away. So you want to keep as much of the important information close to the top of the page as possible. And then the last thing we have is to just add in some trust badges if you don't already. Now, you don't want to make it spammy and ridiculous, but just a couple trust badges like PayPal, secure PayPal checkout, the credit card checkout process. Pretty much, you've seen them, the trust badges. They're pretty much on a lot of stores out there. So add in a little bit, but don't go overboard with it. So if you implement some, if not all of these methods and test them out, your conversion rates should definitely go up. Now, I do want to emphasize the importance of testing and tracking results when it comes to implementing these methods. So maybe you want to test out one of these at a time to see its effect on conversion rates, at least some of them. Like something like improving site speed is something that is always going to work better, no matter what. But something like testing out different product price points, you'll want to test, when you test that out, you'd want that to be the only variable. So you wouldn't want to test out a different product price point and add in a different payment processor at the same time, because then you wouldn't know which change is giving you the results. So with changes like that, you definitely want to test them out one at a time, just so you can be really meticulous and know exactly what's raising your conversion rate by what percent, and then you can continue to test out the other ones and keep doing what works. So that's it for this video, and I'll see you in another one.